Don't sit like this. The association of people of good behavior. Who has good behavior? It is only devotees. And non-devotees have, overall, they have no good qualities. So the association of devotees is essential, just like in a space capsule you need oxygen. They have to carry it with you. So in this world, the association of devotees is essential. Sometimes devotees think, some devotee, I'll go and live by myself, because I'm having difficulty in getting along with so and so. I'll go and live by myself. So that's not a good idea, because without proper association, it's impossible to make advancement. You may have some difficulty getting along with certain individuals, and we avoid them. But we don't leave the company of devotees completely. Positively speaking, to speak positively, one should seek out the association of sincere devotees, just to have their company, to hear them chant japa, or to see their activities, even how they walk, how they dress, how they talk. These things are essential. So these are preliminary considerations. In the morning we were talking very subject matter about how it was I came to reading the introduction to 11th canto. There reference is made to the opinions of Srila Jiva Goswami about Krishna's purposes, about the overall events of Mahabharata. So who is Jiva Goswami? He's the greatest philosopher that ever lived. You see the pictures on the altar, the 6 Goswamis. They had no possessions, just a kopin. The weather was very nice at that time. Vrindavan was a forest. Now it's become like a desert, all low-class trees. But at that time they could live very comfortably. Maybe in winter they brought some chada, I don't know. Simply sitting and writing on palm leaf, writing the highest philosophy, the explanation of Krishna's activities and purposes and they didn't go back and cut. They simply sat and wrote continuously. All these, those of you who have computers, or just go online and look up Satsandarbha and open it and read even one paragraph. Just try, please, everybody. Such precision of language and such power of thought is inconceivable to us. But they simply sat and wrote like that all day. Wrote books. So they are called, Jiva Goswami at least, he's the uncle of Rupa Goswami. The greatest philosopher that ever lived. I mean, in this planet Earth, in this yuga, he is the greatest philosopher ever anywhere, ever. Just try and read one paragraph. You'll see what I'm referring to. So this is very difficult. This morning I was trying to read. It is is sublime, and you can get some momentary realization of the purity and of the thoughts, but then but we have our own nature, you see. We are not philosophers, basically. Very few philosophers in the world. Even among the devotees, there are very few philosophers. You can write a comment on one line and post it, that is good. But if you sit down and try to write books, it will not be successful. It requires that background. So, because as I was saying, even there are no real Brahmins. Brahman, Satkarma, Yajana, Patana, Dan, Pratigraha. Who is doing that? You find me one Brahmin, so-called Brahmin, who's performing yajna and instructing others how to perform yajna. Patana, studying the Shastras and teaching others. Patana. Dan, Pratigraha, giving charity. Where are the Brahmins giving charity? To who? To who to give charity? It's difficult. Oh, you can give charity. Okay, you're giving charity for protecting cows, but who is taking care of cows properly? I've seen in temples that the calf is trying to drink the mother's milk, and the caretaker is pulling him away. Come on, see? And you're giving money to support such cow protection. What is that? Because they're more actually interested in the milk than in protecting the cow. It looks like cow protection, but it's cheating. It's so difficult to find qualified recipient of charity. So who is performing all these 6 satkarmas of a Brahmin? Nobody, there's not one. You cannot find any Brahmin. There's no Brahmins. So it's very easy for us to think that we're Brahmin. As Prabhupada gave us poeta and gave us mantra. So now I'm a Brahmin. But you pass the pizza shop, oh. See, what kind of Brahmin is that? Brahmin controls his senses. There's no interest in. So, what is the solution? It's very difficult. If we're not even up to the level of Brahmin, what to speak of Vaishnav? Vaishnav, what does Vaishnav mean? Vaishnav means someone who is always thinking of Krishna. Who's always thinking of Krishna? Who knows about Krishna? Somebody is part-time talking about Krishna or painting pictures of Krishna, but then he is busy with family affairs, taking care of the dog. Relatives are coming, you have to give them what they want to eat. So these are devotees, but they're on the we are at best on the level of sadhana, of conditional devotees. They're called conditional. We're not qualified. A little bit qualified. The qualification is that what? That we're following the rules. That is a qualification. An actual devotee means pure devotee. He can never fall down, and he can never be the source of misinformation. Because Krishna is like fire. You cannot remain with Krishna unless you also become like fire. Fire that never extinguishes. But we are subject to, not subject to, we're barely trying to get the fire to the fire of devotional service, barely on the level of sustaining it. You see, you need to sustain that fire of Krishna consciousness, thought and activity. We're barely able to sustain. It may not be unjustified in saying we're not able to sustain. No one. So what is the hope? The hope is that Krishna promises, the Acharyas promise, that if we simply remain fixed in our practice, then he will, what is the Sanskrit verse? Yatam mam prapadyante tam sadeva bhajamyaham. Krishna says, I will carry what he lacks and preserve what they have. What is that verse? Yatam mam prapadyante tam sadeva. No. Vahamyaham. Yes. There's a famous story I've told before. I'll tell it again. Ramanujacharya was transcribing Bhagavad Gita. He was a householder at the time, and he came to some portion. He thought this is wrong, so he scratched it out. And then he was sitting and translating. Then he went to take bath. So it means he went to the river some distance, and they were poor Brahmins. Brahmins should be poor. But there was some need for provisions in the house. Yes, maybe his wife told him, when you're coming back from taking bath, you bring so and so and so and so and so. Anyway, but he was not in position to do that. He came back from bath, and he saw all provisions are there. He says, where did this come from? He says, you sent it? No, I didn't send it. Then how did it come? He says, one boy brought, carrying on his head. Which boy? Oh, some young boy I've never seen before, very beautiful boy, so handsome. So then he thought that he had scratched out where Krishna says, Bahamyaham, I carry what they lack. He says, this is not correct. Krishna is not our servant, he's carrying for us. We are his servant, we have to carry for him. So this is a mistake. So he scratched it out. So he asked his wife, who brought it? So one boy, very beautiful, handsome young boy. And only one thing, what is that? On his back he had some scratch mark. I told this story before, maybe some of you didn't hear. You know this story? You didn't never hear? It's a very nice story.
Long time.
Uh-huh. So the idea is that we should have faith in this. And we should execute our Krishna conscious practice with determination and following the rules and regulations. We should have faith that Krishna will help us. Okay? We should not help us advance in spiritual life. Not that Krishna will help you. He'll send some money will fall out of the sky so we can buy a better motorcycle or computer or a car or something like that, or saris for our wife. No, not like that. They help us in spiritual life. So how am I doing?
I have what? 14 minutes.
40 minutes? Huh?
You can speak. There's still 14 minutes left.
14 or 40?
14 minutes left.
1-4. Usually I do kirtan, and you videograph that too, but you came a little late. So.
Do little kirtan. Can do little kirtan for us.
We can do kirtan? Okay. Somebody can lead kirtan? You would like to lead kirtan? How many kartals are there?
Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatari Shatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatari Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Premadvani.
जय विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य स्तोत्र दक्षिण देसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य स्तोत्र दक्षिण भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज प्रभुपाद ठाकुर की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से तो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंडगिरी गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की मथुरा धाम की द्वारका धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामाई की यमुनामाई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की समवेत भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे गौर प्रेमानंदे गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू समवेत रसानंद प्रभु की